Oh, yes. Welcome back to the Endgame. I'm your host, JC Rademas. This is the second quarter. In the second quarter, we're talking about national news. And in national news, we had the inauguration of the 44th president, Barack Hussein Obama. And right now, the big controversy is gun control. Now, right before his inauguration, also Martin Luther King's birthday, we had Gun Appreciation Day. Now, David, roll this clip. You would not believe what this man wants to do. Let's go.
Explain. I believe that Gun Appreciation Day honors the legacy of Dr. King. We're looking for a peaceful protest.
Yeah, a peaceful protest. I would hope so, because everybody's got guns. The only thing else could happen is a gunfight. All right, David, let's see the rest of it.
Congress and the president, how we feel about our Second Amendment. And the truth is, I think Martin Luther King would agree with me if he were alive today.
If he was alive, but somebody shot him. What is going on here? All right, so let's see the rest of that tape.
African Americans had been given the right to keep and bear arms from day one of the country's founding. Perhaps slavery might not have been a chapter in our history.
It would not have been, but they didn't give them guns because they're slaves. Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Do you own a gun?
What's the next question?
All right. All right. What do you think is a way for them to curb all this violence that's been happening with the guns?
First of all, I think he made a mistake. He said that Dr. King would agree with him, you know, with the gun violence. Maybe he meant Malcolm X, because we all look alike to white people. Maybe he got us confused, you know what I'm saying, as far as that. I don't know as far as how that would have made the situation. I can see how I can keep peace, because if somebody pulled a pistol out, oh, peace is going to happen, trust me. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I can say about the situation.
No, you can keep the peace with it until they pull out their piece. They got to use their piece.
Then there's just going to be a lot of pieces out there. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Madia, I know you at least have no less than 14 guns in your house. What do you think could happen, how we can stop all this gun violence in our nation?
Well, I think that the issue of mental health is not being addressed, and that's a common piece that I see in a lot of the cases that are coming up, is that people mentally unstable people are getting access to guns and kind of wreaking havoc. So I would like to see more conversation about how mental illness, and I think it's happening. I think they're talking about it, but about how mental illness, how we can plan for good precautions to set up so that people with mental illness do not have access to weapons as easily.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. Look at you. Mr. Robinson, your alias is P. Coltrane because of how you carry and tote guns around. Yes or no?
That's not correct.
Oh, okay. What do you say? What could happen?
I mean, I think, I don't want to make this a race issue, you know, but Ms. Madia is saying that the mental health is like a common denominator. I think a common denominator really a lot of times is lately these gun violence is whites. And unfortunately, I know some of my friends, African American, I don't know what the politically correct, but I know some of them who have guns usually haven't gone through the proper channels. I probably got a few who have, but the gun control laws probably wouldn't have stopped them anyway. But a lot of times it's these, I don't know, I guess I would say the laws, really white people, they need to stop with these these assault rifles. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'd say target the manufacturers. I don't think gun control laws, I really think it's the manufacturers need to stop making these assault rifles that's used to kill people. So I
totally agree with that. And I have to let the whole panelists know that we've exceeded our white people limit of blame. If we say that one more time, we're going to get shut down. So thank you. Yeah. Miss McKnight.
Yeah, we had to get our piece.
What do you think?
Well, I think that both Madia and Erik are right. The mental illness is running through the whole thing. But it's also the manufacturers who are making these assault guns, whose sole purpose is to kill people. But the problem, though, is really deeper than that. I think that we are doing the wrong thing by allowing so many people to have access to these murderous kinds of guns. Because if you look back to that situation in Connecticut, the mother had gotten her guns in the right way. All her guns were legal. Her son was mentally ill, but somehow she wasn't putting together that was going to be a problem. In fact, she was the one who took him to the range to show him how to shoot.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, right. So that's a bigger problem. I mean, there is no law or anything that could have happened to cause the government to have prevented that tragedy. No law could have done it. No mental illness awareness could have done it, because we have the mother doing it. So it's a bigger problem, and the problem is this whole, let me take a gun and solve the problem. Yeah. And until we start having a discussion about that, about conflict resolution and alternative ways to deal with things, we're going to keep running into the same kind of problem.
All right. No, we don't have a lot of time there, Lawrence. I know you want to jump all in it.
No, we go next.
Next topic, because this is something very passionate to me. I served in the military for several years, and we're going to talk about women in combat. Now, recently, a bill has been put forth. I don't even think it's a bill. I think it's just they're changing the rules for women in combat now. We have women here. Ms. McKnight, I would like to know, are you excited about this? Is this something that you're glad to hear about, women in combat? Are you for it or against it?
Well, you know, I saw that movie G.I. Jane, and it made an impression on me.
That made you want to go join the Marines.
And I thought that was really cool that, you know, Demi Moore was just so, I guess, qualified
lesbian.
and physically fit that she was able to do all that. But I gotta say, I'm also Southern, and so I think that if the woman has passed whatever the physical qualifications are, and she wants to, then combat all the way, whatever she wants. But if she doesn't want to do it, I don't think you ought to make her.
Oh, I don't think you can make anybody do it. That's what's that called? Slavery. That's right.
No, isn't it that?
Hold on, let me move to Miss Madia here, because you're a young woman. I think you're past your military years, right? Possibility. You can still possibly go.
I could probably get drafted. I mean, I don't know where that.
I don't think. No, I think you're just a little bit too mature.
This is getting awkward.
No, yeah, yes.
It's about to get real.
Yeah, we should change.
Do you think that it's a good thing, bad thing, or what?
I think it's a good thing. I think if we say we want equality, that's one of the rules. You know, women weren't allowed to serve in combat. It's not, you know, they didn't even have a choice in the matter. They just weren't allowed to. And I think the type of conflict we've been seeing since we've been in the Middle East is such that women are thrown into combat anyway. And so now that that's a reality that we kind of have to face, I think it's nonsense to have a rule that says this isn't allowed when women are dealing with it now all the time in the current conflict. So I think it was very timely, and I think it was a really good decision. Very good decision.
Lawrence, you for it or against it?
I'm against it. Maybe somebody was pressured and to make this happen. Maybe a lot of women's groups got together, but I'm against it. I just don't believe that women should serve in combat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the group of words to put together to not make me seem like I'm being chauvinistic, but I do believe in certain areas as far as I just don't think that's for women. I just don't. I just think, you know what I'm saying, the physical, you know what I'm saying, quality, what's the word? The physical requirements that you have to go through, you know what I'm saying, as far as the emotional level, you know, things that, and I'm just speaking for somebody who was in, you know what I'm saying, the Army myself. That's all I'm speaking on. I'm not here I don't know all women, but I'm telling you from what I've seen, what I've been subjected to my little time in, it's not for them. Okay. It's just not for them.
Mr. Robinson, what do you think?
I'm kind of with Lawrence there. I still think that
yeah.
I mean, I guess if women want to serve, I still really don't think that's a position that we need women right now in combat. I don't think there should be a law against it, but I really don't see women should be required to serve in combat.
This is me as a veteran. When you put two people in the foxhole, you know, Lawrence, you're my buddy. Something happens to you, I'm going to make sure I get home so I can tell this man's story. Miss Madia, we in that foxhole.
Who's she gonna pick up? Who's she gonna carry over her shoulder?
I'm not even trying to go there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going in another direction.
My fault.
We get in that foxhole, we fall in love, and we will fall in love. Something happens to you, I'm going to kill everybody out there. I don't care anymore because my whole existence just, oh man, I just watched my baby go. That's why you can't have that, because that's going to happen. Or something worse, you might get pregnant. Oh man.
Wow. That's what we've gone to? That's the only thing that can happen with a woman.
That's on your mind?
That's worse. We're talking child support forever.
Gun control.
Exactly.
Gun control there.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe.
Man.
We got one more topic I got to cover. Recently, next topic. Recently, in the news, the Ku Klux Klan done came out and said they don't want to be considered a hate group anymore. Can you believe that? All right, now let's roll that video real quick there, David.
Everyone thinks that we are a hate group. We're not a hate group. We don't hate anyone.
I love it.
How could anybody hate that man in his crisp white hood?
Who is his cleaner?
I don't know.
I love his cleaners.
But he was scared. That's why he kept his uniform on.
No,
he was like, they won't believe me that I don't love these. But later on in the video, if you look it up, they say, would you ever help somebody that's not white out? They said, yes. Would you ever be friends with a black person? They said, absolutely not. What? Get that away from me. Do you believe that this could actually happen, that they have put down the hate?
No, hell no. It's not that. They bunch of cowards, man. Let's be real, man. You got to put on sheets to go around. It's just more or less, I just believe that their numbers have so dwindled, they're trying to do their best they can, not just to recruit people who hate blacks, but recruit computer technicians, people that they can just woo in to say, no, we're not like that, but we need different kind of outlets in order to get their strength and numbers back like they once was. Man.
Mr. Robbins. Could you motivate somebody to not be a hater? Because if so, I need you to talk to my producer, Tasha Tuck.
Yeah, I think anybody can be motivated, you know, with enough time if they so choose to want to be motivated. But yeah, I think you can sway some people, and I've talked to people who once, you know, thought a certain way, especially in hate in this instance, and you know, now they're not just kind of realizing they were just kind of living a falsehood about certain individuals. And so after you get a chance to spend time with them, yes.
All right, real quick, just want to say yes or no. Miss Wanda, could you be friends with a Klansman?
I'm going to have to say no.
Oh, well, see.
I can't.
That's it. We will never get past this. All right, we're going to go to break. You stay right there. This is the end game. I'm your host, JC Rademas. We'll be right back. Could I